Why you can't live in Charlottesville. It sounds harsh, right? But if you've ever dreamed about calling this charming Mountain View city home, you might want to take a closer look before you pack the moving boxes. Because for many people, it's not about wanting to live here, it's about being able to. In today's video, we're pulling back the curtain on Charlottesville's housing market, what it really costs to live here, who can afford it, and why so many find themselves searching for new answers to the same question. Is living in Charlottesville still within reach? But before we do all that, let's go ahead and get started right now. Hi, my name's Steph, along with my wife Leslie. We are local real estate agents here in the Charlottesville and Shenandoah Valley areas of Virginia, and it's our honor to help folks all the time who are moving here into the area to help them find a place to call home. Maybe that's you. If it is, please don't hesitate. Give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. All of our information is in the description below, and it is truly our honor to help you and all the other folks who have called us over the years since we've been putting our YouTube videos out. Now, additionally, if you like our channel, if you like going to different places and neighborhoods in Charlottesville and the Shenandoah Valley and all the towns around and in between, we'd love if you click that subscribe button, touch that bell icon so you don't miss a minute of Virginia Mountain to Valley living. Now, today, where am I? Looks like I'm down on the river. I am. I'm right down on the banks of the Rivanna River, and I'm actually about a half mile north here of Riverview Park, right off the Rivanna River Trail. And that's one of the things that makes Charlottesville such an attractive city to live in. They have a lot of nice parks here. And like I said, I mean, just look, you probably can't hear it, but man, talk about all the babbling brooks here and everything. It's just a really nice place to be here today. But we're here to talk about Charlottesville. So who says you can't live in Charlottesville? Well, when I say that, I don't literally mean it's impossible. I mean, after all, about 45,000 people already live in Charlottesville, and another 117,000 call the surrounding Albemarle County home as well. But the reason I titled this video that way is because of what we're talking about today, home affordability in the Charlottesville area. And when you look at it from that perspective, honestly, not everyone can live here. Now, Leslie and I help people all the time who have generous budgets. Sometimes well above the average home price here in the area. But today we're talking about something a little different. We're talking about what it looks like for folks with a more, I guess we could say, average budget. And let's be honest, homes aren't cheap anymore. As of the first 3 quarters of 2025, the median home price in the United States is somewhere around $420,000. But what does that look like? And what does it really mean in dollars and cents? Well, let's break it down by income. If you're right in the middle of the income scale, the median U.S. household income, according to the census, in 2024 is $83,730 a year. That means half of the households earn less than that and half earn more. So before we even talk about Charlottesville, here's the question. Could a household earning that amount even afford to buy a $420,000 home, the median price in the United States? Now, there are a lot of factors that affect affordability. Loan type, interest rate, credit score, down payment, a lot of things, right? But let's keep it simple. Let's assume you saved 10% down, which is $42,000, leaving you with a loan amount of $378,000. Let's also say you've got excellent credit, which certainly helps. Now, if we factor in principal, interest, and a rough estimate for mortgage insurance, but we leave out taxes, homeowners insurance, and maybe you live in an HOA, those HOA fees, your monthly payment would be about $2,537. Now, the question, on an $83,730 income, can you afford that? Well, first, let's take that income and divide it by 12 months. And that roughly gives an income of about $6,977 a month. Now, most lenders recommend that no more than 30% of your income go towards housing costs when approving you for a loan. So that would allow about $2,093 a month for a mortgage payment. Now, Compare that to the $2,537 that you'd owe on that $420,000 home, and you're already behind the eight ball. And this is where a lot of Americans are feeling squeezed. Housing prices have jumped so fast over the last 5 years that at least half of all U.S. households can't afford a median-priced home anymore. But that doesn't mean everyone making under the median income is renting. I mean, there are tons of variables, like I said before. Loan programs, maybe dual incomes in the household, which raises that household income. But location, of course, plays a huge role. And that's why we see so many people driving long commutes into some of our bigger cities. I mean, they trade time and gas money for more affordable housing. But now, let's circle back to that question. Why can't you live in Charlottesville? Well, as of the first 3 quarters of 2025, the median home price in Charlottesville, including condos and townhomes, is $553,000. And if you're looking for a detached single-family home, that number jumps to $722,000. So, at this point, you may be thinking, okay, what about Albemarle County? That's got to be cheaper, right? Well, slightly. The median home price in Albemarle County is around $498,000. And if you're shopping for a detached home, that climbs to about $560,000. So yes, it's a bit better, but still significantly more than even the median price home in the United States. And now at this point, some of you might be out there saying, wait a minute, I'm moving to Charlottesville for a new job that pays about that much. Does this mean I can't afford a home here? Well, not necessarily. There are homes here for less. I mean, maybe in townhomes or condos or just smaller properties than what you're used to. But they do exist, and we help people find them all the time. Then, there are others who say, I can afford a home in Charlottesville, but wow, $550,000 doesn't buy nearly as much house as it does where I'm from. And that's true too. And that's the point. At this point, the real question becomes, what do you value more, proximity or property? Would you rather be 10 minutes from work in a smaller space or drive a bit further for a home and that's maybe a little bit larger and a little bit more land? And that's a decision only you can make. But for those who want a little more breathing room without giving up too much convenience, let me tell you about an area that's become very popular, Augusta County. And it has 2 small independent cities inside the county, Waynesboro and Stanton. Now, they're located just west of Charlottesville across the Blue Ridge Mountains in Virginia's beautiful Shenandoah Valley. Thanks to Interstate 64, you can get from Waynesboro or Stanton to downtown Charlottesville in about 25 to 40 minutes, depending on where you call home. And while you'll give up a bit of convenience, these areas have plenty to offer. There's shopping, dining, local events, and neighborhoods that really, they still feel connected to the community. But now let's talk numbers, because this is where it gets intriguing. In Augusta County, the median home price through the 3rd quarter of 2025 is $353,000, and detached homes average $360,000. In Waynesboro, the median sold price is $307,000, and detached homes are averaging around $300,000. And if you love historic charm and walkable downtowns, Stanton is right there with a median home price of just $290,000 for both detached and attached homes. Now, that's a pretty big difference from $553,000 in Charlottesville. So yes, you might have a bit more windshield time each day, but what you gain is significant. I mean, more space, more home for your money, and often a quieter, more relaxed lifestyle. Now, if we go back to our earlier example, someone earning the median U.S. salary of household salary, I should say, of $83,730, that person can afford a home around $346,500. Now, that lines up almost perfectly with prices in Augusta County, Waynesboro, and Stanton. And that's one of the big reasons why many people who work in Charlottesville end up living over in the valley. Simply put, what $553,000 buys you in Charlottesville or Albemarle County is dramatically different from what it buys you just over the mountain. Now, I get it. Convenience matters. And for some, being 5 or 10 minutes from work is worth every penny. For others, the space and the savings are what really make it feel like home. But either way, the good news is you've got options. So whatever that means for you, whether you're living in the Charlottesville area or you want to live on the other side of the mountain in the Shenandoah Valley. That's why Leslie and I help folks on both sides of the mountain, both here in Charlottesville and, like I say, in the Shenandoah Valley. And maybe that's you. Maybe you're looking for somebody that has the knowledge of the area, and that's why we do this. We want folks to call us, text us, email us so that we can help them in their move to give them the information that you just can't find in Google, right? So if that's the case, if you're looking for a home here in Charlottesville or in the Shenandoah Valley, we'd love it. You just contact us so that we can help you, as I said at the beginning of the video, like we've been honored to have helped so many other folks. And who knows, maybe you'll be here in Charlottesville, maybe you'll be in the mountains the Piedmont, or maybe you'll be over in the Shenandoah Valley. But whatever the case is, you're going to be in one of the most beautiful areas in all the country, in my opinion anyway. But hopefully you'll call us, text us, email us, and if you do, we might just see you around town.